The passing, the conscious transition between two states of life. The passing marks the most delicate and significant moment of human existence, the transition from physical life to spiritual life. Far from being an instant of absolute rupture, it represents a process of transition in which consciousness gradually detaches from the limitations of the physical body and awakens to a new form of perception of reality. Spiritism teaches that death does not occur abruptly for consciousness. Although the body ceases its biological functions, the spirit undergoes a period of adaptation, varying according to the degree of attachment to matter, emotional state, and level of spiritual understanding. For some, this detachment is gentle and peaceful. For others, it may be slower and more confusing, reflecting the ties still held with material life. Modern science offers important parallels to understand this process. Studies on near-death experiences indicate that consciousness can remain active even when the body shows minimal signs of functioning. Recurring reports describe lucidity, expanded perception, and continuity of identity, suggesting that consciousness is not limited exclusively to the physical brain. Depth psychology also contributes to this understanding. In major life transitions, such as radical identity changes or significant losses, humans go through phases of disorientation followed by internal reorganization. The passing follows a similar logic, but on a deeper scale, involving the complete reorganization of the perception of self. Spiritism clarifies that the suffering eventually associated with passing is not caused by death itself, but by attachment, fear, and resistance to change. Spirits who have cultivated inner balance, ethical values, and relative detachment from matter tend to go through this phase with greater serenity. Those who are strongly identified with the body, power, or possessions may experience greater difficulty in detachment. Biology also reinforces the idea of a gradual process. The organism does not disconnect instantaneously at all levels. There is a progressive disconnection of systems, which helps to understand why consciousness may remain active for some time after the cessation of observable vital functions. The passing, therefore, should not be seen as a moment of fear, but as a change of state. Just as birth requires adaptation to a new environment, bodily death requires adaptation to a new form of existence. In both cases, consciousness remains alive, learning and adjusting. Understanding passing from this perspective profoundly transforms the relationship with death. It ceases to be the end and becomes a natural rite of passage. Preparing for this moment does not mean anticipating it, but living consciously, ethically, and serenely, building inner states of balance that reflect in that decisive moment. If this reflection has helped you better understand the moment of transition between physical and spiritual life, like, share, and leave your comment. Your participation helps this message reach more people.